Hello everyone, I am Daniela Bas and I am back to the United Nations since 2011 in my role as United Nations Director of the Division for Inclusive Social Development at the Department of Economic and Social Affairs, UNDESA, in the United Nations headquarters in New York. I would like to underline that this is a very important gathering, and it provides the opportunity to highlight how sport for development and peace for all people of all ages and abilities is a key summit and meeting to promote sustainable peace, promote tolerance, highlight the key role sports play in multilateralism. Sport, as defined by the Kazan Plan of Action, is fundamental to develop inclusive policies that have a holistic approach on the social, economic, and environmental dimensions for the well-being of people and the planet. By doing so, the various stakeholders involved contribute in implementing the 2030 Agenda of the United Nations and its 17 Sustainable Development Goals, so to make sure that no one is left behind. The Division for Inclusive Social Development has a big portfolio, and for UNDESA is the focal point for the whole UN system globally of many beautiful children, so I call the social groups, issues and themes I deal with. After all, the UN, isn't it or not, a big family? Well, I'm referring to youth, older persons, persons with disabilities, indigenous peoples, or issues like the family or cooperatives, and things like eradicating poverty, promoting employment and decent jobs, social integration and inclusion, or reducing social inequalities. And among these children, the most energetic that was added to the portfolio of the division I have the honor to lead is sport for development and peace. Indeed, I have no time to get bored. They all keep me so very busy. Now, on a more serious note, the Department of Economic and Social Affairs, UNDESA, of the UN is always glad to collaborate with those who move forward the agenda of sport for development and peace. The United Arab Emirates are very active and very engaged on the topic of sport for development and peace, and are very encouraging and commendable in their activities. Sport plays a big role in spreading the message of tolerance and peace among people, and is also a means to strengthen relationships and the spirit of cooperation and coexistence between the different components of a community. Sport has and will continue helping spread the message of physical activity and of universal values of justice, integrity, equality, and empowerment of women. And about this, let me share with you a short video about the importance of empowerment. When I was 6 years old, I became paraplegic due to a very rare tumor. And in those years, children with disability were not allowed to attend ordinary school. And I succeeded because my parents and the director of the primary school understood that I was the same Daniela as before. They empowered me. I think ultimately it is about people and the human potential. And empowerment, does not have to be grand. Small successes can boost your self-confidence and really be empowering. I became, and I wanted to be again, independent. And I had to fight against the stereotypes and prejudices. And trust me, employment was not easy. But at that point, I empowered myself. Striving for development, seeking to empower ourselves and others, it is so important. Empower yourself and inspire the world. Sport can empower people in strengthening their sense of self-esteem, their leadership skills, their ability to have healthy relationships and better communicate with others, to become good players as well as developing friendly antagonism, empathy, and understanding of different cultures in a peaceful way. DESA and my division stand ready to work with you to inspire and encourage creativity and innovation in the sports sectors around the globe.